I beseech you, world-honored one, to reveal to me a land of no sorrow and no affliction, where I can be reborn. I do not wish to live in this defiled and evil world of Jampudvipa, where there are hells, realms of hungry spirits, animals, and many vile beings. I wish that in the future I shall not hear evil words or see wicked people. World honored one, I now kneel down to repent and beg you to take pity on me. I entreat you, O sun-like Buddha, to teach me how to visualize a land of pure karmic perfection. Then the world honored one sent forth from between his eyebrows a flood of light, which was the color of gold, and illuminated the innumerable worlds in the 10 quarters. Returning to the Buddha, the light settled on his head and transformed itself into a golden platform resembling Mount Sumeru. On the platform appeared the pure and resplendent lands of all the Buddhas in the 10 quarters. Some of these lands were made of 7 jewels, some solely of lotus flowers, some resembled the palace in the heaven of free enjoyment of manifestation by others, while some were like a crystal mirror, in which all the lands in the 10 quarters were reflected. Innumerable Buddha lands like this, glorious and beautiful, were displayed to her. Vaidehi then said to the Buddha, O world honored one, these Buddha lands are pure and free of defilement, and all of them are resplendent. But I wish to be born in the land of utmost bliss of Amitabha. I beseech you, world honored one, to teach me how to contemplate that land and attain samadhi. The world honored one smiled, and from his mouth came 5 colored rays of light, each shining on King Bimbisara's head. Although the old king was confined, with his unhindered mind's eye he saw the world honored one in the distance. He knelt down in homage to the Buddha and effortlessly made spiritual progress until he reached the stage of a non-returner. Then the world honored one said to Vaidehi, Do you know that Amitayus is not far away? Fix your thought upon and contemplate that Buddha land. Then you will accomplish the pure acts. I shall describe it to you in detail with various illustrations, so that all ordinary people in the future who wish to practice the pure karma may also be born in that western land of utmost bliss. Whoever wishes to be born there should practice 3 acts of merit. First, caring for one's parents, attending to one's teachers and elders, compassionately refraining from killing, and doing the 10 good deeds. Second, taking the 3 refuges, keeping the various precepts and refraining from breaking the rules of conduct. And third, awakening aspiration for enlightenment, believing deeply in the law of causality, chanting the Mahayana Sutras, and encouraging people to follow their teachings. These 3 are called the pure karma. The Buddha further said to Vaidehi, Do you know that these 3 acts are the pure karma practiced by all the Buddhas of the past, present, and future as the right cause of enlightenment? The Buddha said to Ananda and Vaidehi, listen carefully, and ponder deeply. I, the Tathagata, shall discourse on pure karma for the sake of all sentient beings of the future who are afflicted by the enemy, evil passions. It is very good, Vaidehi, that you have willingly asked me about this. Ananda, you must receive and keep the Buddha's words and widely proclaim them to the multitude of beings. I, the Tathagata, shall now teach you, Vaidehi, and all sentient beings of the future, how to visualize the western land of utmost bliss. By the power of the Buddha, all will be able to see the pure land as clearly as if they were looking at their own reflections in a bright mirror. Seeing the utmost beauty and bliss of that land, they will rejoice and immediately attain the insight into the non-arising of all dharmas. The Buddha said to Vaidehi, "You are unenlightened, and so your spiritual powers are weak and obscured. Since you have not yet attained the divine eye, you cannot see that which is distant. But the Buddhas, Tathagatas, have special ways to enable you to see afar." Vaidehi said to the Buddha, "World honored one, through the Buddha's power, even I have now been able to see that land. But after the Buddha's passing, sentient beings will become defiled and evil and be oppressed by the five kinds of suffering. How then will those beings be able to see the land of utmost bliss of Amitayus?" The 13 Contemplations. Number 1. Contemplation of the setting sun. The Buddha said to Vaidehi, "You and other sentient beings should concentrate and with one pointed attention turn your thoughts westward. How do you contemplate? All sentient beings, except those born blind, that is, all those with the faculty of sight, should look at the setting sun. Sit in the proper posture, facing west. Clearly gaze at the sun, with mind firmly fixed on it. Concentrate your sight and do not let it wander from the setting sun, which is like a drum suspended above the horizon. Having done so, you should then be able to visualize it clearly, whether your eyes are open or closed. This is the visualizing of the sun and is known as the first contemplation. To practice in this way is called the correct contemplation, and to practice otherwise is incorrect.